excellent.
So was that satisfactory enough for you?
I think you'll come in quite a bit of hand sooner or later for us.
I have other skills as well, but that is my favorite. I will lean down and pick up the centipede and kind of cradle it like a baby until it just like wraps itself around me again.
I'll let you know that if you need healing, come to me. If you're going to die, do it nearby, and I'll keep you alive.
The nearby is important.
Noted. Is that what happened to your other friends? They were not close enough?
No, they were
Joanna
not.
leaves. Joanna walks out at that.
Just like Joanna over there, they weren't really around.
I'm gonna follow Joanna too after a moment.
I'm sorry, was it something I said?
She's just like that. I think nothing of it really.
Perhaps I should go apologize. I don't want to start off on the wrong foot.
I think she's on the wrong foot right now.
I would give her a moment. She is the best, but she probably already hates you.
So Joanna, you step
He
outside.
looks really perplexed at this. Like, what could I have done?
Edward Cullen concerned.
Yes.
Oh, this is making me. I'm trying to separate Joanna's hate from this character with my hate for this character. It's so hard.
So Joanna, you step out of the room, and then after a few moments, Ennui also steps out.
Oh, Ennui finds Joanna fucking bawling. Joanna is just fucking crying.
Yeah, I'll just be like, hey, you see these cool boots? Think it was worth it? No.
Joanna kills Ennui.
Yeah. I'm just going to because Ennui is just such an absolute dipshit with interactions. He's gonna like stand over her for a moment, then like realize, oh, I should like kneel down, and he's going to take a piece of his like fancy clothes, whatever cravat, silk, or whatever he has, right, and he's just gonna like go to wipe Joanna's tears, and then just be like, hand it to her and be like, here.
Joanna just like fucking latches onto Ennui, and in between sobs, like attempts to punch him, and is like sobbing and is like, why do you all keep dying? Why does everybody I try to get close to keep dying? What's wrong with you?
You specifically.
And she's trying to explain. She's trying to explain that she watched Sabo nearly die, and then Sabo died, and this time Sabo died right at her feet. Like, she can't really fucking enunciate this. She watched Lonzel almost die.
And like at a certain point, Ennui's just gonna like,
you almost like, died.
I'm gonna try to like politely interrupt you, not like shut the hell up, but you know, like Joanna, and I'll just like I'll bring my remaining wing kind of around you into the embrace and just be like, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. Loss is hard.
Joanna like is still sobbing. Like she's just uncontrollably sobbing.
Yeah,
and she's like, he told me what was happening. I heard him, and then I told him to stay, and then I heard him die. I can't stop hearing him die.
Yeah, and now just it hurts. I know. and just as long as Joanna wants to like cry and hold on, I'll just be there for her.
After a few minutes of them being outside, I'll like kind of non-verbally check in with Blair.
Everyone can fucking hear this through the door. P.S.
Yeah, and kind of like be like, can I go now? But like I won't actually say anything.
I think you might be the reason she ran away.
Oh, I know.
I'm just gonna like tentatively be like,
Fagin's gonna take that, and he's gonna, like, as chilly as possible, walk out the door very smoothly.
I'm gonna sit down, like, exhaustedly next to Lonzo. I'll be like, men are hard.
Two men are harder.
Oh,
No. Lonzel does not say that.
Justin, I assume that outside of this building, there's like foliage of some kind. Like, I'm looking for floral weeds or a flower or a bud or something.
You can get pine needles, pretty good.
You guys have scurvy? Here.
That'll work for what you want to do. That'll work.
Yeah, it does. I just want to figure out exactly what I want to make happen. How do I do this? And then I want to cast Druidcraft. And I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna just grow like a tiny pine tree. Just a tiny one. And it takes a few minutes because it's not like a bud blooming or anything, but I'm just gonna kind of like, as I scoop up the tiny pine needle, I'll just like kind of nurse it in my hand, and as it's growing, I'm gonna kind of sit down next to you guys as you're hugging, like just near you, adjacent. And when it's complete, I'll just kind of set it down at Joanna's feet and just be like, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I didn't mean it. I really just want to start off on the right foot. I'm here for Alvine, and I want to be friends with her friends.
Handsome man. Please.
Fagin. My name is Fagin. I will call you by your name, Mr. Ennui. If you call me by mine.
Joanna is going to look at you super angrily and say, you want to make some fucking friends? Maybe not the day after. People that I love died. And also, her name is Blair. She chose her name. Use her name. Okay? Then maybe we can be friends. What the fuck? She says, looking at this tiny growing pine. Like, she didn't even see you do this. She's like, what?
And what the fuck is this?
I'm sorry. You're correct. I shall call her Blair. She is a strong-willed woman, as there are many in this world. And I should let her make her own choices.
Well, I'm glad you could have this introspection in front of us, but we were having a moment.
I'm sorry for your loss. I shall leave you. I just wanted to give my condolences and my apologies for my rudeness.
This is the longest apology I've ever heard with, so.
He will very, neutrally, in response to your vague aggression, stand up and kind of, do a half bow, and go back inside. And when he gets back inside, he'll sit down next to Blair and just be like, well, I think that went well.
I'm just gonna turn to you because, Justin, again, we were able to.
You can hear it, yeah.
I'm gonna just without looking at you, and be like, Duke, Ennui.
You slept with a Duke?
You Duke the Duke? What?
Oh.
Outside, Joanna
Never in my
is...
life has that been a put down.
Honestly, it sounds like a put down, but secretly he's impressed because a Duke is actually above her station. I looked it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Outside, Joanna is going to, still looking at the pine tree and letting the anger help her get over the tears.
Yeah.
Look at Ennui and untangle herself from him because now she's super uncomfortable. And she's going to say, muttering to him, he's going to be a real fucking treat, isn't he?
Joe.
How long do you think he's gonna live in our company?
Joanna, death is clearly a touchy subject for you. And rightfully so, but listen, when I lost my composure over the demons that invaded my land, I don't think I properly told you the story. I've lost everything, been taken from my home. I relate to you more now that I have the perspective of where you're from. I'm truly sorry for what you had to give up, go back to, and then lose being back there. It was a big step for you to go. But it's I don't want to say time heals all wounds. I still miss everyone I was taken from. And I mean, I don't know if I'll ever see him again, but at the very least, you can still work to make 10 towns a better, more hospitable place. So you can take whatever solace and strength you have in that. I'm gonna tell you something. Very few people, only my direct family and my love knew this before. And I'm gonna like lean into Joanna and just like I'm gonna be like, it's Asmaveth. It means cursed. That's the name I was given.
Well, after a minute or two to let that all sink in, Joanna is gonna like kind of sniffle and dry her face and clean her face off, and she's gonna say, "You've lost so much more than I have, and I don't
It's
even."
not a competition.
I know. I'm just. How do I do it? How do I go back in that room and pretend like everything's fine? Like it's fine that this new person is here. Like it's fine that everyone else is just so much more over it. How do I do
mourns
that?
in their own ways. You don't pretend. It's just the wheel in the sky keeps on turning, Joanna, and you either put one foot in front of the next, or you just take pause. Neither answer is wrong. Or we're in good meat. There's a third option.
Oh. Rime, spare me. No. No, thank you, but thank you. All right. I guess.
You want to maybe go for a walk before we go back in?
They'll probably leave or do something stupid in that time. I'd rather be with them.
Lonzel's gonna walk up to you, Joanna, and say, "It's probably for the best. We'll stick together."
Yeah, a lot better from now on. I don't even know what happened back there.
Me neither.
And Joanna just fucking accepts that. And she's like, yeah, no one's out of my sights anymore. At the very least, I can remember Lumamek by doing his fucking job. I'm trying to keep you all alive.
And a piggy bank.
I'm not going to eat your money.
I'm holding like a gold coin behind Joanna, and I'm like, she says, and I like put it away.
There's just a very quizzical expression from Fagin. Like, what?
I'm gonna like quietly like whisper to you as they're so that they don't hear. I'm just gonna describe to you who Lumimac was and the fact that for some reason he was our piggy bank, and we may or may not have lost a lot of money when he died too. Don't worry about it. We're not gonna talk about it. He was more important.
I just nod through this whole thing quietly, accepting it as we go.
And then like while we're at it, I'm gonna like describe Sabo to you and he like, and I think he would have preferred if we ate them.
Once again, a very quizzical expression, and then there's a softening, like, yeah, I think I've heard of that in some cultures as a sign of respect.
Is there Justin, in like this area in this town, is there like or like this, place we're staying, like can we go and like clean up? We've been out for a while since our last clean.
Probably not.
Yeah,
a
where's-
good mead, no.
Where's the paid for service where it's like the adventurer hose and you give them some money and they just fucking like hose
Wash
you
you
down to
And,
clean
like-
off all the adventure?
And then they like put potpourri in your pockets and just hope
Yeah.
that yeah.
No, to
Smack
get
your
like
butt and send you on your way. Yeah.
to get like to a place that has a bath, you're gonna need to go to Tourmaline, Bryn Shander, or Easthaven.
Oh wow.
Easthaven.
Okay,
Sorry.
going Easthaven.
Okay.
Before we're like doing the thing, while you guys are still outside, I'm gonna be like, why do you want to go to Easthaven?
I've just heard this is a lovely town.
I don't believe you for a second. What are you plotting?
I have no plots, my dear. I am simply here for you.
Somebody's up to no good.
Why don't you believe me? I'm hurt.
I was talking about your centipede, of course.
I look down at somebody and I'm like, he seems fine to me. Well, shall we be off then? I don't want to rush any of you.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna say that this is the night before you sleep and have a nice
Yeah.
long rest and warm good mead.
Sounds good. I'm gonna sleep off that centipede bite.
Joanna's also gonna hug Lonzel, Ennui, and Blair super tight and apologize for not hugging her earlier. Then she's going to shake Fagin's hand and hand him a music box. And she's going to say, everyone else here has earned their place. And this belonged to someone who died protecting the rest of us, stupidly and bravely. When you feel that you've earned that spot, you can give it back to me. But until then, I expect you to protect the rest of us the way that you would protect Blair.
I accept this. And he'll put it away.
And
The centipede is-
piece
the
of
centipede is
stone
hollow and
came
you just
from
put
Lumamac's
things in it.
skull.
And here is Lumamek's body. Wear it.
Now he's saving that for Mike's future character. It's all good. It's just lugging around.
I'm just gonna bury Mike's future character in stone and be like, why isn't he moving?
How do we breathe life into a golem?
Yep.
Yeah.
As we're like going though, like Lonzel is legitimately and actively looking around for capable individuals to go up to and enlist to join the party. Like he's eyeing anyone they see in the streets up going, are you a person of worthwhile investment? Can you come with us? He doesn't like that we're down someone.
It's fair.
I hope Justin fucking throws us this random NPC for Mike to play that it just gets killed in like the first moment.
Hi, I'm a
And then Mike-
commoner.
Yeah. And then Mike's real character comes in and is just like, wow, you should really vet people better.
I'm just gonna pause the recording for a second. Yeah. It's the next morning. Everyone's well rested, fully healed. Things have charged up. Moment of silence for Sable and Lumac. Now you guys make your way to Easthaven. The journey to Easthaven is a 4.5-hour walk, but once you get onto the actual East Way itself, the roads become a lot easier. However, you do notice that with Fagin guiding you, you guys are not slowed down by the terrain anymore. He is able to show you the path that requires the least effort, and you guys get there the quickest you have gotten there so far in your entire travels of Icewind Dale. As you guys get there, Joanna's like, "You earned it. Give me that music box back."
Joanna's like, you stayed the night and you're not dead.
As you guys enter Easthaven, here's Easthaven.
Whoa!
Holy!
Yeah, this is one of the bigger towns.
Look at that. What kind of plesiosaurs are in that water?
Joanna, you're now the only local left who would know this.
No, I know a lot.
Lonza also is a local. That's right, I forgot.
Yeah.
You guys both know that Easthaven is the second biggest town in 10 towns. Some could argue it is even called a city.
Ooh.
Oh.
We could
They would
get
be
a
wrong.
We could get a bath here.
I also need to find like an armorer.
My question is...
Like an armorer?
You got it.
My question is for Joanna and Lonzel. How often would you guys have found yourself in Easthaven? It's kind of out of the way, has a little bit of a seedy reputation. How often would you have gone there?
Can I ask you, Justin? Can we make this the city for my backstory then?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. So I've been here before, but
All right.
not in a while. It's probably been about a month and a half.
You know where everything is. So.
Okay.
Joanna came here once, ended up much poorer, tried to report it to a guard, and left.
Cool.
Do you guys give any advice to your fellow people in Easthaven as you enter about some of the things here, or do you just let them learn the Easthaven way?
I'm gonna watch them. I might chime in if they're making mistakes, but I'm just not gonna volunteer much.
Joanna's hugging her backpack so people can't steal from it this time.
Aw.
I'll give a nod to Joanna for that one.
As you guys make your way in, you notice that there, as you come down the main road and up towards Town Hall, which is right here, you notice that a crowd has gathered in front of the Town Hall to watch the public execution of a man tied to a stake. He is bound and gagged, and members of the militia use torches to light the straw tucked around his feet. Fanned by the wind, the fire engulfs the man almost immediately. He doesn't struggle or scream as he is quickly engulfed in flames. The bundled up spectators move closer to the human bonfire, eager to feel its warmth. Can you guys give me perception checks?
So is Mike have to write up a new character now?
Yes.
Oh, we were supposed to save him. Ah. Hey.
Hey, somebody did it.
Joanna and Ennui, you notice that a woman bedecked in a tailored coat and a fur hat is approaching you guys.
Oh.
Joanna
Hello?
is happy to ignore the human bonfire.
Is Mike the woman in the fur hat?
She doesn't
Is
smile.
Mike in the fur hat?
She doesn't smile when she sees you, but she's a half elf. Close to middle age, and
Half elf middle age?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then she speaks softly, but very direct as she approaches, and she says, "I've heard about you. You helped in Caer Konig and Bremen.
We did.
The word has passed quickly. I would like to speak with you. Please come into town hall with me. All of you."
I'll just look to the rest of the party and be like, "We found work."
Can I do an insight check on her to see if her intentions are above board with us?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
You recognize her. She is the captain of the militia,
Great.
and she is actually like by the book. She is
Okay.
like she is to a T. Like her word is you can trust it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
She's lawful, you would say.
As you guys step inside, some fires are lit, but the biggest heat comes in through the dancing orange that pulses through the windows as the fires catch and the people outside gather around. She leads you to a small room where there is a couch up against one wall, 2 chairs in front of the desk, that she sits on the other side, that is stacked with neatly organized paperwork that basically her in box is empty and her out box is full.
I'm sorry, we don't know who you are. May I ask you a question? What did that man do?
He murdered some adventurers who had aided the people of Icewind Dale in the past. I want you to know that this is not an act of vengeance, but rather is meant to deter others from engaging in a similar behavior. I am Captain Arlagath, head of the militia here in Easthaven. I know you guys have been doing great things for the city, for the towns of 10 towns, and even though a part of me is getting sick of the speaker always asking why have they not come here to Easthaven, we have problems too. I understand that in the work you do, you guys need to carry and balance many things. So I will let you know here, I am not at all upset or offended that it has taken you so long to come here. Before I go further and offer you this work, I need to ask you a very important question, each of you. I need to know your hometowns and your reasons for being here in Easthaven. I'll start with you. She points to Blair.
Mirabar. And I'm here because we had nothing better to do.
She writes down that on a piece of paper. Her script is elegant. And then she looks at you, Joanne, and says, "And you?"
My name is Jennifer DeBrace, and I come from Dugan's Hole. And I am here to try and find work and get supplies because we are poor and we can't keep helping in the state that we're in. It's cost us everything, including the lives of some of the people that we love, to do what we've done so far.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but such is the risk in your line of work, and I'll have you know that I respect the sacrifice the fallen have made.
Thank you.
And you, I recognize you.
Yes. My name is Lonzel. I have not been here for some time, and I am not originally from here. I live out in the wilds of the snow and ice. I'm here with my allies because they wanted to come here. I have no motive of my own at this current moment.
And I trust that you will express to them how things work here in Easthaven and how we don't ask questions or wonder.
I shall make perfectly sure that none of them fall ploy to any of your traps.
I'm
And
gonna
you?
try to make eye contact with
She
Lonzel.
points to Fagin.
My name is simply Fagin, and I am also from Mirabar. And I am here because of love. I look to Blair. And status. I'll look to the floor.
And you? She points to you, Ennui.
I was brought here as a slave, prisoner, however you want to say it, by some monsters in the wilds. I escaped.
Okay, now, but where are you actually from?
Namaru.
And what is your purpose for being here in Easthaven?
I escaped some monsters that brought me to 10 towns. Well, they didn't bring me here. They crashed, and I took advantage.
You did not answer my question.
Right. My name is Duke Ennui, and I'm here on Royal Matters. You may address me as Your Grace.
Where are you from?
And what are these royal matters? I want to pause there for a second, Your Grace.
Joanna's just like this. She's going to obviously elbow Duke Ennui. Like, just stop it.
You know what? I was just too embarrassed to admit that I am here chasing love. And I'll look over at Blair.
I roll my eyes, but then I'll step forward.
Like, it's clearly condescension, you know?
Yeah. I'll step forward, and in Elvish, I will say, he means no harm. He is part of a good group of people. You have heard of our reputation.
She holds a finger up.
I will take responsibility.
What are these royal matters? What royalty are you from?
You know what? I actually have a scroll of pedigree, like, explaining my lineage in, like, my starting kit.
Hey.
Amazing.
And so
Whip it
I will just like be like, if you truly insist on going through the entire storied history of my family, I'll pull out my scroll of pedigree. I'll show her my signet ring. You know, the set of fine clothes that I keep with me in case of whatever, you know, any reason, and just be like, any questions you have should be in those documents.
While this is happening really quick, I'm just gonna lean over to Fag and be like, "This is why I go by Blair."
I'm beginning to understand.
And what do you want from Easthaven? I do not doubt your royalty, but I would like to know why, for your royal reasons, have you come to Easthaven?
I want nothing from Easthaven. I want a way home.
Then why did you say you were coming here for reasons related to your royalty?
Because most people just don't ask additional questions at that when addressed by a duke.
You must understand, Your Grace, that here in 10 Towns, this piece of paper, your family ring, your fine clothes, mean little for the law and order that we run here in 10 Towns. I oversee the protection of the entirety and the population of Easthaven, and I take that incredibly seriously.
Captain, I mean no disrespect.
Then answer me. You said there was a reason that you were here. I would like to know what that is. I mean you no disrespect. I am just doing my job.
I am trying to find a way home. It's
I'll
as simple
lean
as that.
to Blair into this conversation and just be like, perhaps it would be better if the rest of us waited outside? Is there a secret that he doesn't have?
No, they might throw him in jail if we're not here. It's best that we.
Sorry, James, I missed what you said. I'm looking for.
A way home. It's as simple as that. And then I was going to expand on that and just be like, as you know, the spine of the world is treacherous even without the Rime. And the Rime has made it nigh impossible to come and go.
She writes that down and says, very well. 4 fishers went missing on Loch Dinishira 10 days ago. The coastline is hard to sail along because of the ice flows, but savvy anglers prefer it. There are fewer competing fishers from the other lake towns there. We need someone to scout the coastline to search for them. I will offer you a monetary reward if you bring the fishermen back or any signs of what happened to them.
There's no information from any other fishers, no rumors as to what may have happened.
I am merely just giving you the job. You can go to the docks and seek those rumors out yourself.
Captain, I mean absolutely no disrespect in saying this, but this reward comes from you and your cabinet, correct?
It comes from the speaker of the towns and the treasury funds.
We've been burned in the past. I just wanted to make sure we had our stories right.
You must understand that the other 10 towns, the other towns and 10 towns don't exactly show the honor or respect that we do here in Easthaven. So, fair to say, I am not surprised.
Lonzel will just remark and turn away.
Obviously, you have dissimilar thoughts for how Easthaven runs. This place is a place of safety and respect. While yes, there may be a few who pick your pockets or steal your coin, I assure you that they do not make up the whole of Easthaven. Easthaven is a place for people to escape their past and not be painted with the same brush that everywhere else paints them just because they've done something wrong. And if someone does pick your pocket and you do find out who they are, please report them to me. We need another sacrifice next month for Ariel, and I will push them to the front of the line myself.
Hey, hold up. Oh.
What?
I'm
Does
just
anybody
gonna
else know what's happening?
Stab her right in the face. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just gonna.
Divine sense.
Is this like bitch evil?
No.
Oh. Very lawful neutral then, I assume.
Very lawful good.
Hmm. I thought Ariel was evil.
Yeah, but one thing you guys have never actually have spent time to in your towns that every town makes sacrifices to Ariel to hope to appease the Rime, like appease her so the Rime goes away.
Ah.
Every town does things differently.
I see. Okay.
This is something that Lonzel and Joanna would know, but I don't know if
Yeah.
I gave them that information. I think I might have. I don't know.
You said that some towns did it. We weren't sure like what each town was doing now,
Yes.
so we didn't inquire about that personally. Yeah.
Well, we will check out the docks with due haste.
She just notes the time and day that you guys have begun your journey. Thank you.
Let's go. I'll say with my...
As you guys step outside, the body of the man kind of is folded over itself as the bonfire still burns, and the citizens of Easthaven gather around for warmth in the hope that maybe, just maybe, this would make the Rime go away. Otherwise, we're going to end this episode here and end tonight's session. Goodbye, YouTube.